Hey, money actors. Today we're going to talk about a secret hack that producers use to generate the goal that they want, and I want to show you how to do this in your life. And this equation is value plus output equals goal. V plus O equals G. Value could be a labor cost of a particular task, plus output could be an artist, and the goal could be the finished shot or the movie. So you wouldn't put an expensive senior animator on a spinning clock somewhere in the background of a shot. A cheaper junior artist could probably likely do it in the same amount of time. And instead, you would task that senior artist to a more difficult shot to maximize the output to reach your goal. So the same equation for dealing with a director maybe who wants the world, and a producer has to determine what the most value that they can find to give that director what they want per the budget that they actually have to achieve that goal. And that may mean losing the less valuable items for the director that he asked for or she asked for, but they'll still get the most value for their buck as the producer moves money around to make those things happen, and ultimately to achieve that goal of making a great movie that people want to see. So now for you, how can you adapt this equation for your life? So my competitors will probably tell you to cut all of these unnecessary costs, live like a pauper, and save for the future. And these are like the Susie Ormans or the Dave Ramsey types. This is like telling a fat person to cut all carbs, lose all the junk food to lose weight. And sure, that may work for a little while, but eventually they've been deprived for so long that that temptation dam just kind of bursts, and they just binge on all the junk food that they can get their hands on. And then, of course, that makes the situation much worse in the long run. And the same goes for your money. Eventually, you save up a decent amount, and then you've deprived yourself for so long of the things that do bring you joy, and all of a sudden, you not only blow it on things that bring you joy, but also on a bunch of garbage that you didn't really need. Or inflation maybe destroys the value that you saved up for of your hard-earned money, and then you just say, screw it, I give up, and then just move on. And so I'm here to tell you that there is a much better way that uses the money system, how it actually functions right now, so that you don't have to give up on the things that do bring you joy. So let's revisit the equation. Value plus output equals goal. You need to have a goal first, so you can't get to where you want to be if you don't know what that is. Write it down, make it real. Is it retirement or a dream vacation, a new car, a new house? Whatever your goal is, write it down. What does it look like? What are the specifics? And then you need output. So you're kind of working backwards. So output, you need to figure out what that is to reach that goal. How much money is it going to take to get that dream vacation or the car or the house? And if it's retirement, what are your expenses going to be in retirement? Determine what that is. Maybe it's you want to move somewhere else. So what are the costs in that location? You have to get specific for that goal to find out what it is you need to get to that goal. And then finally, value, you find the money that you need to get to that goal. So go through the things that give you value in life and cut the things that don't bring you joy. Shift the money around to create value by investing that money then into residual income producing assets to reach that goal. So how can you do this practically? So let's say you are the cup of coffee per day type of person and you need to find money. We'll put this equation to work for all the things that you purchase. Do you really enjoy and savor that cup of coffee every day? Or have you gotten numb to the joyous effect it once gave you? Maybe then try to limit it to a coffee per week or every 2 weeks. You got to kind of mess around with it until you get to that sweet spot where each cup of coffee does bring you joy, and then the rest you've now harnessed whatever is left over at that point. Don't deprive yourself of what brings you joy. If every single day you have a cup of coffee and it brings you joy, find something else to cut if you need to find money to put towards something more valuable. Maybe it's those new pair of shoes that you just had to have that you don't really need, and maybe they just gave you fleeting moments of joy. I don't know how many shoes that my wife buys, wears them for a week, and then they sit in the closet until they make their way to the thrift store. That is not value, and sorry, babe, to pick on you here. But it's a good example that I think most people can probably relate to. And I also had a Star Wars merchandise problem in my 20s. I didn't have the money. I was broke, but I put a huge percentage of my income towards this Star Wars collection. Luckily, the prequels came out and killed that psychosis of buying anything at that point, but you get the idea. So let's revisit it again. V plus O equals G. Value plus output equals goal. What things bring you value? Keep what does, cut what doesn't. Plus, now you have extra money each month to put to work to generate more income, and then that equals the goal of whatever it is you desired. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.